Hello stranger! 2 years ago, I already did a review on Sunnies Face's Fluffmattes, and if you've seen that video, you'd know that I was left disappointed. But Sunnies is a few years older now, and they've recently come out with the Fluffmattes Pink Edition, so I thought, why not do this again and see if I still feel the same way? So to do this properly, we'll be talking about the Fluffmattes packaging, formulation, application, swatches, plus shade comparisons within the pink edition, and of course, wear test. So let's start! So I got each shade from the Pinks collection from sunniesface.com, and I actually got some freebies along with the Fluffmattes, which I wanted to show you guys for a quick second. We got this Sunnies Face sticker, very cute, a keychain which I will definitely put on my jelly bag, this leopard print compact mirror, and one of the shades in their nail polish line called Tulle, which is a very light powder pink shade. And to celebrate the release of the Fluffmatte Pink Edition, I wanted to put on the nail polish. I know, I suck at putting nail polish. Please ignore my nails for the remainder of this video. And now moving on to the actual Fluffmattes. Still coming back with the signature Fluffmatte look, these slick minimalist babies are also quite chunky. I tried my best fitting all 9 shades in my hand, but I had to give up because it was neither possible nor the best decision from keeping these babies from falling and breaking. Given I have always thought that the Fluffmattes are quite easy to break or melt, in my lifetime I have broken many of these, which is why next time, keep these away from me, for their own safety. Opening one of these, you'll find these ridges which are quite effective in keeping these tight shut. You won't have to worry about these accidentally opening inside your bag. The Fluffmattes formulation is meant to be weightless, sporting a your lips but better look. Based on recent experience, the formulation glides smoothly and creamy on the lips. It's not heavy, but it's not totally undetectable. Honestly, sometimes it feels a tiny bit dry on my lips. Don't expect any blurring effect. If you have lip cracks, that's not going to be covered up by this formulation. These lippies are highly pigmented but are not budge-proof. More pigmented shades tend to last longer, but lighter shades come off very easy, especially when you get to do a saucy meal. If you like eating your lipstick, sorry to inform you, but this is tasteless and scentless. None of that fragrance or a booming chemical concoction feel. So good job on that, Sunnies Face. Now, the pink edition was interesting for me because Sunnies Face highlights a selection which should be able to concentrate on undertones, cool, warm, and neutral. Given pink in general is a shade easy to sport, especially on an everyday occasion, but it's the little slight tweakings on color distinction which makes a difference on a person's face. And with this, let's start the swatches and hopefully each of us finds one that fits. First off is Kitsch. Described as a baby pink color, this shade definitely wants me to pull out the baby powder. This is the lightest shade in the bunch, but no worries, this isn't a pale pink type of shade, and as you have this on, the color actually goes a little deeper over time, with hints of lilac peeking through, making it a little bit mauvier on different lighting setups. Later on, I have a comparison of Kitsch with Bunny under normal daylight setting where the colors would look a lot more accurate to how it would also look like indoors. Next up is Bunny. This is described by Sunnies Face as a light mauve pink. Honestly, Kitsch to me feels closer to a light mauve color while Bunny has more of a warm brownish pink shade without going over the peachy side. Very wearable shade. I think this is a more wearable or flexible shade than Kitsch to a variety of skin tone. So here's a side-by-side comparison of Kitsch and Bunny. You can definitely see that Kitsch has more of that lilac tone while Bunny has the brown tone. Although these two to me are closest in terms of color, Kitsch is a very distinct color in general that it's easy to see it right away. Going over to more peachy shades, we have Soft Serve. This is described as a soft, warm pink. This shade is definitely on the warmer side. As much as it retains its pink color, you can definitely see a little bit of peachiness coming through. Soft serve becomes deeper over time on the lips, just like every other shade here, with the pink tone becoming more apparent. Next is Plush, which is like soft serve's sister but with an added brown touch, which makes this a step darker. Described as a terracotta pink, I think that labeling is kinda spot on with how it looks, especially on normal daylight or indoor setting. If you need a deep rosy color, this is actually a great shade. Here we have Frolic, which is described as a cool nude pink. Even though I have a cool skin undertone, I don't really think Frolic suits me that much. This color feels so muddy on me and I see a lot of gray tones in it. I don't think a lot of skin tones would really look good on this. The grayness in the color just really throws me off, and I can already imagine how bad this would look like if you have warm skin tone. So I had Soft Serve, Plush, and Frolic side by side. Off the bat, Frolic's gray tones just screams. Soft Serve definitely looks like a warm, lighter version of Plush, with Plush looking deeper or more on the cool side. Now for a more reddish type of pink, we have Girlish. Described as a spice pink, I can definitely see why. This shade is pink but with a hint of reddish, peachy brown shade. I see this has more of a warm tone and it's close to a rosy brick type of color. You all warm tone girls better get this if you want to go a bit bolder with your pink lip game. This will definitely brighten up your face. Next, we have Femmebot, which is like Girlish but has a cooler tone. Described as a mauve pink, I love how this looks on me. This is definitely one of my faves on the line, and if I want to go with a bolder lip color that doesn't completely cross to a red shade and retains that rosy vibe, then this is it. Side by side, Femmebot looks more like a ruby color while Girlish starts to look pinkier or magenta under daylight. In person, the difference isn't that apparent. It's easy to interchange the two, but the effect on the skin tone will be the deciding factor when choosing between these shades. Next, one of my favorite shades, Rosas. Described as a magenta pink, I never thought this kind of shade would suit me. It's definitely a bold color without looking too much. The color is like ruby red that really livens up the face. Application-wise, Rosas and the next color, Party, feels a little bit drier than the rest of the colors, so it doesn't glide as smooth on the lips. However, I do think this color lasts a lot longer than the rest of the line. Lastly, we have Party. Finally, the last of the 9 shades. This is described as a fuchsia pink, and that is very spot on. This is another fun color that will definitely liven up the face. I know this isn't a usual color that people would grab onto, but don't be too afraid just because it's fuchsia, because this isn't the highlighter looking type of shade. The Fluffmatte formulation actually has a great way on making bold colors still look wearable, and that's why it's your lips but better. Side by side, it's easy to see the difference between Party and Rosas. Party is distinctly fuchsia. It's definitely hard to miss and absolutely a statement color, but both are very gorgeous shades. And that is all of the swatches for the Fluffmatte Pink Edition. Now we're moving on with the wear test. First up, a quick mask test since we're still in this era which shall not be mentioned. I've had Kitsch for more than 10 minutes already, which should be enough time to have the lippy settle on the lips. Just gonna pat the mask over my lips, and as you can see, there is a very apparent transfer, but the lippy still looks good and even on my lips. Honestly, this isn't budge proof, so I'm not really expecting the Fluffmattes to ace the mask test. The next clips will show what has transpired to the actual wear test. Hello stranger, so I'm done shooting the video and it's currently 5 p.m. I changed tops because obviously I'm not gonna run around the house wearing that. Although very beautiful, it is also backless. And I was sweating buckets and obviously I don't want to get sick. So yeah, what am I supposed to do? Oh, wear test. So I've had Party on for around 2 hours already. I finished shooting the swatches at around 3 p.m. and then afterwards I did some other product shoots. So I've had parties since then, and so far it's looking really good, like a party in my mouth. Anyways, it looks really great, and I'm hoping it will last after I eat, and even after then. Hopefully I won't get to see any of those whitish grayish streaks that I did experience the last time I reviewed the Fluffmattes. I'm just really hoping I get a better experience now. So let's start. Okay, time check, it's 7 p.m. I already had my very late lunch, and so far this is how the Fluffmatte is doing. So far it's pretty good. Most of the pigment is still there, except probably here at the middle. Some have come off already, but it still looks pretty good. Very pigmented. It's exactly 9 p.m. and since the last time I checked in, I've had potato corner fries and iced coffee. Both were really good. So far this is how the Fluffmatte looks. Still pretty good, but it's really noticeable in person that a lot has worn off already. What's remaining mostly is on the edges of my lips, which is kind of like a given. But I kind of want to do a wear test tomorrow again with the mask, since we still wear masks here in the Philippines, and try a different shade, preferably lighter ones, since I kind of want to see if what happened with party or this darker shade would be the same to the lighter ones. Mostly I'm talking about the whitish grayish streaks. I want to see if that will happen if I put on a lighter shade, because it did not happen here, which is interesting. So let's see tomorrow. Hello stranger. So I just finished reshooting. This is like the third time that I've been reshooting all the swatches, so I did try doing something different with how I shoot the swatches, and hopefully it pays off. But anyways, I have on Kitsch, if that's the right way to pronounce it, and I'm sorry if it's kinda noisy, I'm outside, sorry. So I have on Kitsch, and just like what I said on my previous video, I kind of want to try on a lighter shade and see if at the end of the day there's gonna be all that whitish grayish streaks that I hate so much. Hopefully that won't happen this time, but let's see. See you later. So it's been more than 5 hours since I last checked in, and this is how Kitsch, I hope I'm saying it right, this is how Kitsch looks like right now. So the color has become a tad deeper, and in terms of the whitish grayish streak that I've been talking about, especially in my first review of the Fluffmattes, that did happen, but not here in the most important parts of the lips, not in the exposed parts of the lips, but more on the inner parts. So yeah, it's not that drastic unlike before, but I do think it would have the tendency to do the same thing again. So it doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen. So I'm curious, probably I'll have to give an update when I've worn these Fluffmattes more often. And I guess that concludes the wear test. So far, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with the shades. I actually like the shades now than the nudist collection, I feel like. Nudist or nudish? But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any more questions, just comment down below. And that is all for the Fluffmatte Pink edition. I had really fun filming this and breaking down the Fluffmattes for the second time. Overall, I have a better experience now than I did before, and I am genuinely in love with some of the colors here. So I guess that's it for now. Until next time, goodbye stranger!